Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So this video is a continuation in my astrology mini series. If you haven't watched the air sign video, watch it first and then come to this. I got you. Okay, so the next element is fire. So that's Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. So I'll start with Aries. Aries, my dad is an Aries. I have a friend who's also an Aries. So yes, I've experienced and then dating. My dad, I feel like being a Capricorn child to an Aries parent is a different dynamic, I would say, from different signs with an Aries parent. Honestly, my advice for like as a Capricorn child to with an Aries parent, my advice would be to fight 60% of the battles and let the other 40% go, because that's the only way. I feel like that's the only way you can get Aries to just let you make your own decisions and not question them every single second. Honestly, because I feel like, I feel like maybe that was just him being a parent. The thing that I'm describing, maybe that was just him being a parent. But I felt like he was definitely very controlling, is not as much with me anyway. Because I told you I would fight 60% of the battles. So as a result, he's not as controlling now in my life. In fact, now he just lays back. He's like, all right. He won't even offer his opinion as much as he used to. Whereas with other people, he'll be like, you should do this. With me, it's like, all right, Dad, you want to hear your opinion. Now you can tell me. I've given you permission. Dead. But no, for real though, 60% of the battles fight those. But one thing that I'd say would be, may not be considered like, oh, maybe he's not being an Aries, it's just being a dad. So I'll give qualities that are outside of that. I would say Aries, both experiencing an Aries through my dad and through friends and through the men I've dated, are very, I feel like they don't like to experience pain. They're more comfortable experiencing emotions like anger, emotions like excitement. Like there's specific emotions they're comfortable feeling. But pain is not one of them. And I feel like they're the kind of people who, for example, if you break up with them, he'll get on a dating app like soon and start flirting and like going on dates like this. And it's not that it's not like they've forgotten you immediately, it's just that they do not like dwelling on that pain. Like for them, they're very on to the next one just so they can avoid feeling pain. So they would rather be distracted by a new challenge, a new adventure, anything to avoid feeling pain. Because I don't think they're comfortable feeling pain. So I've experienced that definitely through whether it's my dad or like the other Aries people in my life. And I haven't really, now that I think about it, I haven't really been close to Aries women. I've definitely been around a lot more Aries men than Aries women. That's interesting. And Capricorn and Aries tend to like get along, especially because we're both cardinal signs. So Libra, Aries, Capricorn, and Cancer are cardinal signs. If you notice, so Aries and Libra are sister signs, and then Capricorn and Cancer are sister signs. So within, whether it's cardinal, fixed, mutable, there'll be sister signs within each. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, so we actually tend to get along because we both we're both driven, we're ambitious. Oh my gosh, that's one thing I love. Aries understands ambition, and as someone who admires and believes ambition is important, I love that. What else do I like and respect about Aries? So, we get along. We have a lot in common actually. There was a time I was like, there was a time I felt like Capricorn was like a chilled, like laid back Aries. I feel like Aries is like, this has happened, fuck it, like let's attack, like they're going to attack mode. Whereas Capricorn's like, let's strategize, then attack. But we're very, I feel like we're just very similar. I like them. I like Aries. I understand them. Dating Aries men. Aries men are fire sign men in general. One thing I noticed, and I don't mind it if I'm being honest. I'll blame that on my Scorpio Venus. Aries men are, so remember I told you, you should find out your sun, moon, rising if you don't already know, your Venus, all that. So like I'm a Capricorn sun, Virgo moon, Leo rising, Scorpio Venus. Anyway, I feel like the Scorpio Venus enjoys the way the fire sign man, not just Aries man, the way the fire sign man wants to claim you. You'll be on your first date and you can already see they're like, mind. Oh God, I know. However, I think the reason the Scorpio Venus enjoys that is just so they can be like, no, I'm not. And it's just, I don't know, there's such a thrill in someone feeling like they oh, this sounds so toxic, I get it, I don't care though. There's just this, I think there's this excitement to the Scorpio Venus in me that's like, this person wants me to be there so bad, but I'm not. Like, it's just this thrill. And I like that fire sign men, you can see their jealousy, they don't know how to hide their jealousy. Earth signs, when we're jealous, we oh my God, you have to kill us before we admit that we're jealous. Whereas fire sign men, you see it in their eyes, it's so cute, it's so obvious, it's like so cute. Like, I don't understand how they just claim someone so early. I've always found that so interesting, like, yo, it's our first date, calm down. We've been talking 2 days, it's not that serious, like, calm down. I think it's adorable. I always think it's adorable. I mean, I haven't had a bad experience of it. And I'm not saying, we're not going to talk about how that can escalate because, yeah, luckily it has never escalated. And I wouldn't want it to be with someone who I know would make it escalate. I'm not stupid. But, you know, like just when it's light possession, yeah, it's kind of cute. So fire sign men have always, I think that's something that draws me about them is how you can see right through, you know, like you can see that they're really like seething, like, oh, this person is like, this guy is talking to you. And then next is Sagittarius. I actually have quite a number of Sagittarius family and friends, so that's been interesting. Well, yeah. And one thing, it's such a tiny and silly thing, but every single Sagittarius friend and family that I'm close to has been like when you say I love you to them, they're kind of able to be like, I love you more. And I hate that. I hate when people do that so much because it makes me feel like I have to fight with them and be like, no, I love you more. No, I love you more. I love you more. And it's just like, it's fucking love. We both love each other. Let's leave it at that. Please don't make me have to fight you on this. I really dislike that. But Sagittarius keeps playing with me. They keep doing this shit to me, all of them. And I've told them, maybe, and I think they just do it now because they know I dislike it. And it irks me. But it's such a silly like thing, but that's something they've all had in common. Let's see. Sagittarius is the best sign to hype you up. Like, I feel like they're very aware of their loved ones' flaws, but they'll make you aware that you are still bomb despite your flaws. And I love that about them. And it's just so natural to them. They're so good at it. Like, I don't know how to. I feel like other people, it's like they're like, yeah, you're good at this. That's whereas Sagittarius would be like, no one has ever done this the way you do it. They're too good at it. Like whether it's a personality thing that they need to hype you up on, or like body dysmorphia thing. Like they're just like achievement wise, they're just so good at hyping people up, and also applying it to themselves. So I can see why sometimes they can be seen as conceited, especially Sagittarius men. I'll come to them. So yeah, so I can see how that can be seen that way, but it's just that the way they hype you up is the way they'll hype themselves out. And I admire it. I like that. I like that energy for sure. They're very optimistic. I've definitely noticed that. They do not. Sagittarius on commitment. You know, they can commit, and they're very soft in love for sure. However, one thing that I've noticed about them is, and I always find it interesting. And I hope this doesn't mean that, I hope you guys don't think that when I say this, I'm calling them cheaters, which is a stereotype about them, but that's not what I'm trying to say. One thing I've noticed though is when Sagittarius is in a committed relationship, they'll still be leading on other people. All of them, all of them. Like, I don't understand, why are you still leading people on, bro? You're in like a 4-year relationship, you're married, why are you leading people on? It's very interesting. And they're able to get away with it. Like, they're able to do it in... So I already brought up how Libra is very flirty, but I feel like Libra does not go as far as Sagittarius. Sagittarius will make people to stay in love with them, even while they're like in a whole like monogamous relationship. And Sagittarius men that I've dated, again, it goes back to the whole, I don't know, fire sign men are very interesting. Like, y'all really don't hide the fact that you're irritated by like by the fact that whoever you're pursuing is being pursued by other people. That irritates the fuck out of fire sign men. I find it hilarious. Like you can see them like just like you know, and it's I don't know, I just find it so amusing. They can't hide it. I feel like other signs can hide it, but they just can't hide it. Why? It's it's so amusing. Let's see. So that's something I remember. I've never been able though to like, other than just talking stage, I've never been able to date a Sagittarius, and I think it's because, yeah, actually my Sagittarius friend told me this. The thing, Capricorn and Sagittarius are able to be good friends because in a friendship you want to make sure that you work on things and like very easily compared to when Sagittarius and Capricorn are dating. The thing is, for example, when it comes to pride and pettiness, we have a lot of that in common, and we do not like, we'll just keep like one-upping the other. And so I feel like with the Sagittarius men, they would do things and I had to be like, and so I would do stuff and we just never got out of the talking stage as a result. So yeah, that's been my experience with them. Leo. So I told you I'm a Leo rising, so I relate a lot to Leos. And Leos, as a result, have taught me a lot about myself. Let's see. So Leos are all the Leos that I know are pretty attention seeking and they're all extroverted for sure. Actually, there's one Leo who's not as extroverted, but the rest of them, all of them are extroverted. And I found that very, like that's something that has been consistent with the stereotype about them. Leaders, I would say that's also true. Even when you think that you're not leading, where a Leo is around, they're leading. You might think you're in charge and they're in charge. They can't help it. That's why they're represented by the lion. I mean, come on, leader of the jungle. Let's see, what else about Leos? I find it interesting how Leo will tell you the most banal everyday thing, and they'll act like as if it's this, like they'll make it a story. They'll just tell you how they were brushing their shoes and they'll make it this whole like dramatic thing. And you by the time you're done listening and you'll be like, wow, this bitch just told me about she brushed her shoes and I listened as though she was telling me some interesting thing. But they'll make it sound so interesting. So I think they're very good at that. I like that about them. What else? I like how a Leo end up talking about themselves they can't help it. They'll just end up talking about themselves in any situation. And I think it's cute, I really do. I used to find it annoying, and then I found out I was a Leo rising, so then I had to stop finding it annoying. Because I refuse to hate things in others that I see in myself. Basically, yeah, I think I definitely used to dislike Leo until I realized that I was a Leo rising and then saw the similarities in myself. For example, like needing the attention on you and like the whole self-centered thing. I was like, wow, okay, yep, I'm definitely those things. Like you guys don't understand how self-centered I am. Something will happen and I'll be like, oh, it's because I was there. And like the amount of work I have to do in my head to remind myself, no, Sandra, the world will keep running without you. It's not because of you that this happened. The amount of work I have to do in my head, because that's how, fuck my Leo rising for that. Honestly, and Capricorn. Yeah, both of them, I have two very egotistical signs as my sun and rising, so it's a lot of work. Anyway, back to Leo. See? I'll talk about Leos and then I end up talking about myself. As a Leo rising. Alright, so back to Leos in my life. What else? Leos are very positive. All fire signs, I would say, are very optimistic and positive. More so Sagittarius and Leo. Not so much for Aries, but more so Sagittarius and Leo. I would say they're very positive and very optimistic. So I like that. They're really the kind of person. Leos are definitely the kind of people who, if they're sad, like everyone will notice because you'll see that their light has dimmed. It's very obvious when a Leo is not their upbeat self. Well, I feel like other people can hide it, but not a Leo. So I think it's kind of cute. Find them adorable. Yeah, I find fire signs adorable. Mostly Aries and Leo. Not as much Sagittarius, but Sagittarius is still adorable to me as well. Okay, so dating. Leo men. Honestly, I've always wished I'd fallen in love with the Leo men that have pursued me. There's a couple that I can think of, especially that made me feel like, damn, I wish I'd fallen in love with you. I used to think my name was Sandra Materialistic Bigira, and I feel like Leo sign men have shown me that I'm not as materialistic as I thought I was. This is what I mean. When a Leo wants you, the way he will pursue you. Also, I'm going to keep saying men. I'm only talking about dating men because I'm straight. Um, so yeah, I don't know what, and so, like for example, as a Capricorn woman, there's things that will be different for me from a Capricorn man. So dating wise, I'm only going to give the perspective what it's like to date the men, the signs in the men as opposed to the women. Sorry, I don't have that experience. So yeah, dating Leo sign men, they're the kind of people who, if a Leo man wants you, he the way he'll go about pursuing you, fire sign men in general, the way they'll go about pursuing you is very, like, it's very obvious. When they want you, they want you. They're very intentional about it. But more so Leo, because the way they see it, the way they want to treat you is the way they would want to be treated. And I think it's so cute. So they'll shower you in everything: attention, gifts, compliments, the things, the dates that they'll take you on. And the thing is, I like that they try to be consistent. You know, like how let's say like a year into the relationship, people stop doing certain things for each other. I feel like Leos actually tend to keep doing those things because they see their partner as a reflection of them. And so I really like that. So the Leo men that I've dated, I always enjoyed how just the way they would treat you. It's like another thing, it's such a compliment. I think it's a compliment when a Leo man pursues you, because this could be true of other signs, but I feel like more so for Leos tend to pursue people they feel are better than them. So I'm just saying, like, for Leo man's pursuing me, in his head is like, yeah, she's better than me. I have to show her that, you know, that she deserves this. She's a queen, and I like that. I really do. I love that. So I wish I'd fallen in love with them, because the way they treat you, and I think it's Capricorn and Leo can get along really well. In fact, a good example of a Capricorn woman and a Leo man is Barack and Michelle. They're so cute. Don't you just love their relationship? We're not talking about their politics. We're not talking about Obama's politics. We're talking about their relationship. Like, I've always been like, why can't I find my Barack? Like, my Leo man who treat me the way Barack treats Michelle. And I just, for some reason, with all the fire sign men, I've just never been able to go past that stage. And with the Leo men, they're the ones, forget the whole pettiness thing that I was saying before. With Sagittarius, with Leo men, I feel like they'll like they allowed my little petty behavior, and they were still like in it. But for some reason, I just never felt, I don't know. I've realized, I don't know why I never fell in love with either of them. I just always felt like there was something missing with them. Maybe a part of me is not as I guess they made me realize I'm not as materialistic as I thought I was, because I honestly remember being like, oh, he does this, he earns this, I like him. And then they keep proving to me that just because a man has all the things that I'm looking for doesn't mean that I'll automatically fall in love with him. And even when he treats you the perfect way that you feel you should be treated. So I'm actually really sad about it. I hope I fall in love with a Leo man one day, because I feel like they would be able to treat me the way I feel I should be treated. But yeah. So ladies, Leo men, I think they're good. I think don't get me wrong, they're egotistical. I can't believe I left that out. They're very, very egotistical. Oh my god, they're extremely egotistical. But they, like, when they care about their partner, they're very intentional in the way that they'll try and show that they care about their partner. So I enjoy that. I really like that about them. Yeah. All right, you guys, that's it for fire. Stay tuned for water and earth, okay? Thanks for watching.